من خلال قناة برازيلية أو إسبانية ما أعرف بالضبط. عملوا مقابلة مع مطور مورتال كومبات 1 اللي هو إدبون. سألوه بعض الأسئلة عن الستوري مود، عن الانفيجن مود، عن الكاميو. فحبيت في هذا المقطع إن نعملكم أو نفهمكم بعض الأمور اللي جاوب عليها إدبون. فلا تنسى اللايك والنشر، وأي مشاهد جديد لا يحرم الاشتراك معنا بالقناة. حياكم جميعا، وخلونا نبلش ونشوف المقطع ونشوف شو الأسئلة ونشوف شو الأجوبة ونفهمها مع بعض. Let's go.
Here with Ed Boon, the creative director of MK1 and Underhelm Studios. It's a pleasure to have you here, Ed.
Thank you for coming.
And we just played the latest demo, right? And then we have the new mode, the Invasions mode, right? It's a single player mode, right?
Yes, that's right.
That is kind of a multiverse stuff, right? A lot of stuff different happens. It's not in the main story, right? And we see a lot of the other mechanics in other Mortal Kombats that are in this one here. What was the point of doing this new mode? To make the game last more, to increase the ability to put new stuff on the game on the long run? What was the point of it?
All of those things that you said. We really wanted to add another avenue for somebody to play the game single player, right? We have this very elaborate story.
مهتمين طبعا بالسنجل بلاير، يعني باللعب الفردي، يعني معطينا شغلات ان تستمر، انه اللعب الفردي اللي ما نحكي اللي ما بحب لعب الاونلاين، مهتمين باللاعب الفردي اللي بحب يلعب بدون اونلاين. عرفتوا كيف؟
Mode that everybody loves, and we'd never get rid of that. We're always going to do that. But we also wanted to bring something new to the table, and we really wanted to double down on our commitment to single player content. Now, granted, we have a lot of competitive multiplayer stuff like the cameo system and all that, but Invasions is really something that we really wanted players to spend a lot of time with. You know, you were talking about the story.
الانفيجن مود بدهم يخلوا اللاعب الفردي يستمر باللعب لوقت أطول. عرفتوا كيف؟
It isn't part of the normal Mortal Kombat canon. It is a little bit of a what if.
طبعا ما لهاش خص، الانفيجن مود ما له خص بقصة اللعبة.
A little bit of different kind of universe type of thing, and they're seasonal. So you for every 6 or 8 weeks, we're going to be introducing a new season that tells a new story.
هقدم لك كل 6 أسابيع أو 8 أسابيع موسم جديد وشيء جديد يعني بالقصة.
And the player goes through it again with the new story. So that's what we're most excited about, is the fact that it just keeps coming back with brand new content. You know,
راح يضلوا ينزلوا محتوى كل فترة، ننزل محتوى.
When the game launches, we saw on the demo like 2 worlds, right? It was the Johnny Cage's house and the other, or you know how many worlds we have on launch day?
نحكي عن العوالم.
A lot more.
A lot more, really?
كثير عوالم راح تكون
Not
باللعبة.
just those two. There's a number of them. I probably don't want to give away all of them.
مش راح يعطي معلومات
It's
كاملة.
a lot more than just those two.
Estão atrás de você também, Saizo. Para me pegar, eles vão ter que me ver. Caraca!
We have in the previous Mortal Kombats, actually all of them, like the tower, right? The arcade mode. We have the arcade
نحكي عن التاور اوف تايم اللي كان في الموجود بالمورتال كومبات 11.
mode back. I think,
Absolutely.
And in the arcade modes, the other ones, we have some what if something when you
That's
and
exactly right.
I felt something like that in the invasion mode, like what if this was different, right?
Yeah, there's invasion mode is the combination. You can think of it almost like I always describe it as this gigantic board game that is like city blocks long, right? It's just gigantic, and the player is traversing their way through it, getting tons of rewards. It's in some ways it's a combination of conquest mode, the crypt, the towers of time, all of these kind of in one gigantic single player mode that the player is going to spend hours and hours going through. So what we felt like was the strongest qualities of Towers of Time, Crypt, Conquest mode, were kind of combining into this giant single player seasonal board game.
طبعا اللي حكاه اللي بيعرف بالأجزاء القديمة كان في الكونكويست كان في تاور اوف تايم، كان في الكريبت اللي هي المقابر. بالجزء الاول مورتال كومبات 1 جمعوا كل هذول المودات وحطوهم في مود واحد اللي هو الانفيجن مود، كان اللاعب يقعد ساعات وساعات فيه يلعب، وراح يجي له كمان محتويات اكثر باللازم مع مرور الوقت.
Have secret stuff too
Of
inside.
course, of
Yeah.
course, it's Mortal
هناك في
Kombat.
اشياء سريه
Conta
كمان
aí com eles.
بالانفيجن
Você se
مود، يعني
transforma no que der na sua telha? Só
راح
posso
نقضي ساعات
alternar
كثير
entre esta
بالانفيجن مود
e
ترى.
minha forma natural. Eita.
Okay. Now in the story part of this stuff, the story mode is like the length is
بيحكوا عن الستوري
similar to
مود.
the earliest to MK11 and MK10.
Yeah, it's about
احكي له انه قديش مده تختيم الستوري، انه بقول هل هي زي مورتال كومبات 11؟ قال له نفس وقت الساعات في مورتال كومبات 11. يعني مورتال كومبات 1 راح تاخذ معك 6-7 ساعات زي مورتال كومبات 11 حسب لعبك طبعا.
We have because we are doing this model since MK versus DC.
Yeah, that's right.
Few people remember this
Yeah,
game,
that's
but
true.
I
A lot
like
of
this
people
game.
think it's Mortal Kombat 9,
Nine,
but
but
MKDC
yes.
is the first one.
Do you have something new on this story mode, or is it more like the other?
اسالهم في شيء جديد في
For the
الستوري
most
ولا
part,
لا؟
it's like the other ones, but we have something crazy at the end of it.
Okay.
It is
بقول له انه في شيء بالنهايه، شيء مفاجئ للعيب، شيء مجنون. نهايه اللعبه، نهايه الستوري مود راح يكون شيء مجنون.
absolutely crazy, and I'm definitely not going to talk about
Okay.
it.
مش راح يحكي بالموضوع
But
طبعا عشان ما
it
يحرق.
will
راح يكون مفاجاه للاعبين.
surprise
Oh,
everyone.
great.
Yeah.
We have now this cameo system, right?
Yes.
That has a lot of characters, and all of these I guess is
بس
we
بحكي
will
عن
have an
كاميو،
explanation why,
شو
but
يكون
all
وضعهم
these
في
characters
الستوري
are
مود.
like their first versions, right?
Yeah.
Like Sector and Cyrex, Sonya and stuff.
Sonya, Jax.
These cameo characters that they are not playable, fully playable characters, are they in the story or they are just the
يسأل عن كاميو زي سايركس وسيكتور وسونيا وجاكس، هل راح يكونوا بالقصه؟
cameos?
Some of them are in the story.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact,
بعضهم راح يكون موجود.
the story mode has cameo characters that are exclusive to the story.
بقول له بالطور القصه راح يكون في كاميو حصريه للقصه، يعني ما راح يكونوا موجودين بالشخصيات الكاميو راح نختارهم، راح يكونوا هذول كاميو حصريين للقصه بس نلعبهم بالقصه، عرفتوا؟
So there's characters that help you that aren't even Mortal Kombat characters.
Oh.
So there's tons of cameo characters.
يعني
in
كاميو
the story
للقصة
that
بس، غير
are
عن
only
الشخصيات
appear in
الكاميو
the story.
باللعبة.
But the costumes that you were talking about were Sonya, Jax, all those
Custom.
classic ones. That's not; those are really just kind of like tributes to the old games, right? Like so we
الكاستم القديم تبع سونيا وجاكس انه هذول بذكروهم بالالعاب بالاجزاء القديمه.
really wanted to show Sonya in their first costume, show Scorpion and Sub-Zero in their early costumes, and they're not part of the
Okay.
like the game story canon.
مش راح يكونوا موجودين باللعبه
The
الاصليه
one where Raiden was the Thunder God. And all that.
باللعبه نفسها،
Você escolheu desafiar a paz.
لانهم
Então escolheu a guerra
اختلاف بالزمن، عرفتوا
contra
كيف؟
Deus.
And what about customization, right? Because in MK11 and Injustice 2,
كستمايزيشن هسه بده يحكوا.
we had a ton of custom. You can customize everything. A lot.
Mortal
of
Kombat
cars
11 كان في
and characters.
customize
How is it
كثير
on
للشخصية.
this one? Because we couldn't see anything.
Well, we're probably going to give more information about that, but I can tell you that there is customization.
Okay.
راح يكون في كستمايز للشخصيات.
There is
بس
a
ما بقدر أحكي عن كل
collection.
شيء.
There is, like I said, the invasion mode is where you get all, you know, a lot of those rewards. You're leveling
كل
up.
السكنات والكستمايز راح تلاقي منهم كمكافآت في الانفيجن مود، يعني بخلوك تلعب انفيجن مود غصبا عنك، لانك راح تلاقي فيه مكافآت كثير باللعبه.
Your individual character, you're leveling up your cameo fighter, you're leveling up your player profile, like which is throughout the entire game. So there are a lot of avenues to get stuff in the game just for playing the game.
I played. We
أشياء
played
كثير
the
باللعبة.
first chapter, and when you win fights, you get stuff too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And why did you decide to restart the universe again? Because we did it in MK9 after Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
And we restarted again. Well, why did you decide to go this way?
بس ليش قررت انك تعيد العصر من اول وجديد، عصر جديد، حقبة جديدة؟
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, we did restart things in Mortal Kombat 9, but we did tell the same story.
طبعا عملوا هاي الشغلة بمورتال كومبات 9، عادوا كل شيء من الاول.
Right? It was a tournament.
Yeah.
Everybody came, and it was like because Mortal Kombat. This was the first time in a pure Mortal Kombat game that we had that story mode. So we decided to tell the story of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Right? So that was the main reason for doing that. So it was a reboot in a sense, but we were telling the same story. This is a brand new story. This is like an absolute wiping the slate clean. Liu Kang.
هاي قصة جديدة، يعني بحكي لك انسى القصة اللي صارت من أول بالأجزاء، انسى كل شيء من أول الأجزاء، انسى القصة اللي صارت. هاي قصة جديدة مختلفة، مسح مطلق عمل ليو كانج.
Is literally creating his big bang moment, you know, almost like the snap, you know, and everything is reset.
بحكي على الحركة تبعته اللي هاي إنه خلص مسح كل شيء وعاد كل شيء من أول وجديد.
It's a new story, existing characters with different relationships. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are brothers.
بقول لك إنه هاي قصة جديدة، سكوربين وسب زيرو إخوان، يو كانج هو الإله، استغفر الله يعني طبعا. ريدن
Kang is the god, Raiden is the common person.
ريدن شخص عادي بقول لك.
So it's recognizable
في
characters.
اختلافات.
You see them in a completely different story, completely different relationships with each other.
تكون قصة مختلفة تماما.
Como inimigos declarados. Unidos como irmãos.
بيحكوا
We
إسباني
saw
ولا
like,
برتغالي مش
a
عارف.
bunch of characters. I think that when the game launches, we will have like I don't know 24 characters, something like that, like the other
Yeah,
two of
similar to the other
some.
ones,
Yeah. Do you have any brand new character for this one? Because since MK10 we have, and now we didn't see any no new characters.
اسألوا هل إنه راح يكون في شخصيات جديدة باللعبة غير اللي أعلنت إنهم، يعني شخصيات لسه أول مرة نشوفهم. عرفت كيف؟
This time.
Yeah, we always want to add new characters. The challenge with it is there is such a demand for, you know, we were talking about everybody wanted to see Sonya, everybody wants to see Jade, everybody wants Melina, Katana, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kung Lao, you know, like it's, there's such a demand for that takes up a lot of slots. So there's not as much room to make brand new characters, but we are bringing back characters that some players haven't seen in 17 years.
Yeah.
بقول لك هو ممكن ما يكون في شخصيات جديدة، بس راح نرجع شخصيات قديمة ما شافوها اللاعبين من 17 سنة. يعني زي تقريبا مورتال كومبات أكثرية شخصياتهم من أجزاء ال 3D، الأرماجدن والديسبشن. معظم شخصيات
Ashra,
Li Mei,
Havoc, a lot
Havoc,
of those are
كلهم.
from the Mortal Kombat 3D era games,
3D,
right? You know,
زي
we
ما حكيت
haven't
لكم.
done a lot of those in 15, 16 years, and so that's a big focus on with this game is bringing back some of those.
هو التركيز على الشخصيات القديمة اللي كانت موجودة بال 3D.
Ashra e Saizor. Os
Okay.
monges vão prepará-los para
But last question.
سؤال أخير.
We in MK11 we had the aftermath, like, and it was the first time you did something like that, a story stuff and stuff. So, did you plan to do the aftermath when you make MK11, or it was an idea that came after? Because the aftermath is like important to this story right now.
I think we did.
Yeah, it was.
We had a plan to have continue the story.
Continue the story and
going
بسأل عن القصة، هل راح تكون زي مورتال كومبات 11 إنه هل إنه راح نخلص القصة وبعدين راح تيجي إضافة ثانية تكمل على القصة؟ بقول له إحنا فكرنا بهذا الموضوع وراح نعمله.
about it in MK1 too?
Absolutely, we're considering it. We haven't made any kind of final decision or anything like that, but I personally love it when we continue telling the story, continue adding characters, continue adding, you know,
راح يضيفوا يعني إيش
finishers
للقصة
and
جديد
stuff. That is
تكملة.
fun to add the friendships and all that stuff like that, just to keep the game, you know, keep new stuff coming into the game.
Yeah, I hope we've seen other finishers in this game too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they are amazing.
Yeah, they're fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Ed.
Oh,
It
you're
was
very
amazing.
welcome. Thank
And
you.
congratulations on the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
اوكي، هذا كل شيء كان عن الأسئلة اللي سألوها لإيدبون لمطور مورتال كومبات 1. إن شاء الله تكونوا فهمتوها وعرفتوا كل الأجوبة اللي جاوب عليها. نتمنى يكون محتوى مورتال كومبات يكون كويس وممتاز ويستمر لسنين طويلة بإذن الله تعالى. وبتمنى إني ما قصرت معكم في المحتوى إن شاء الله. بتمنى اللايك والنشر، وأي مشاهد جديد احرم اشتراك معنا بالقناة عشان نستمر في محتوى مورتال كومبات بإذن الله تعالى. واللي بحب يدعم القناة ماديا عن طريق الانتساب بالقناة أو عن طريق الثانكس يعطيه ألف عافية. نشوفكم على خير في مقطع جديد لمورتال كومبات، وأحكي لكم سلام وعليكم.